The screen on my phone lit up at 2 a.m., and there it was. A message from some stranger halfway across the world, spilling secrets about my girlfriend that twisted my gut like a knife. "Entertain me for $100, no strings," he typed, and she'd haggled back like it was a business deal. My heart pounded as I scrolled deeper, realizing the woman I trusted with everything was dancing on the edge of betrayal, and I was about to push her right over. If you've ever stared at your phone, piecing together the lies that cracked your world apart, give this video a thumbs up right now. It means you're not alone. And if stories like this hit too close to home, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're diving into a tale of hidden chats, midnight excuses, and a revenge so sweet, it'll make you exhale in relief. Stick around. You won't believe how it ends. Let me take you back to how it all started, before the shadows crept in. Her name was Mia. At least, that's what I'll call her here to keep things real but raw. We met 2 years ago in the bustling streets of Manila, Philippines, during one of those random rainstorms that turned the city into a watercolor blur. I was 28, grinding away at a mid-level IT job, dreaming of stability in a country where every peso counts. She was 25, with this infectious laugh that lit up the cramped jeepneys we rode home together. Her dark hair always smelling like jasmine from the market flowers she'd pick up on her way to see me. We fell hard and fast. Our first date was street-side sisig under flickering bulbs, her stealing bites from my plate and teasing me about my serious face. Within months, we were sharing a tiny apartment in Quezon City, the kind with peeling paint but a view of the skyline that made us feel like we had it all. I'd surprise her with adobo on tough days when her freelance graphic design gigs dried up, and she'd curl into me at night, whispering about our future. A small house in the provinces, maybe kids someday, no more scraping by. Trust was our foundation. We'd even linked our Google Maps so I could see her safe during late-night client meetings. "You're my anchor," she'd say, tracing circles on my chest. I believed her. God, I believed her. But cracks started showing, subtle at first, like hairline fractures in glass you only notice in the right light. It began around June, when her phone buzzed more than usual. She'd glance at it, smile faintly, then tuck it away. "Just a client," she'd murmur, but her eyes would dart, avoiding mine. Then came the late nights. "Working on a big project," she'd claim, emerging from the bedroom at midnight with tousled hair and excuses about deadlines. I'd nod, supportive as always, but doubt gnawed at me. Was it the stress of her job hunt? Financial woes piling up from her family's back home in the province? I pushed it down, blaming my own insecurities. After all, love means giving the benefit of the doubt, right? The suspicions escalated in July, turning whispers into alarms. One evening, after a long shift, I grabbed her phone to check the weather. Innocent, or so I thought. A notification popped. A message from Aussie Guy 87. Some profile pic of a beach sunset. Heart racing. I tapped it open. The chat history unfolded like a nightmare script. He'd slid into her DMs on Instagram. How the hell did he even find her? Claiming he was a lonely expat in Sydney, loaded and looking for fun. No wedding, no commitments, just her entertaining him online for cash. "Live together virtually," he wrote, dangling promises of thousands if she pleased him. "And Mia?" She replied, not with outrage, but curiosity. "Tell me more." Her words stared back at me, cold and calculated. I froze, the room spinning. The conversation dove deeper. Him pushing for OME.TV, that sketchy random video chat app where anything goes. "Dance for me, no clothes, and I'll wire $100, he propositioned. Her response? "Half up front, or I walk. I've heard too many scam stories." She was negotiating, bartering her dignity like it was a side hustle. He balked, whining about his own $300 loss to a fake girl before, and they spiraled into defensiveness. "You're just like them," he accused. Prove it first, she shot back. It ended there. But a week later, another hello from her. She initiated. Why? For the payout? The thrill? My mind reeled. This wasn't the Mia who vowed forever under the stars. That night, I lay awake, her soft breathing beside me a cruel irony. Internal screams echoed. Asterisk how long? Who else? Asterisk body language betrayed her too. The way she'd angle her screen away during calls, her fingers flying faster when she thought I wasn't looking. Sensory details haunted me. The faint glow of her phone in the dark, the sterile ping of notifications cutting through our movie nights, the bitter taste of Pandesal turning to ash in my mouth as paranoia set in. I needed proof, not accusations. By early August, I got it. Scrolling her app history while she showered. Yeah, I crossed a line, but trust was already shattered. There it was. OME.TV downloaded just days prior. My stomach dropped. Confrontation hit that evening, post-dinner, as rain hammered the tin roof like judgment. What's this app? I asked, holding up her phone, voice steady but cracking inside. Her eyes widened, then narrowed in deflection. Oh, that? My friend Lena borrowed my phone. Her and her boyfriend were messing around on it for laughs. I swear, babe. Gaslighting at its finest. Her hand on my arm, eyes pleading, but her foot tapped nervously under the table. Lies dripped like the humidity clinging to our walls. I let it slide. For now. She was drowning in bills. Applications flying out for any job that stuck. I can't lose you over this, she'd whimper, pulling me close. But it killed me, a slow poison. Sleepless nights blurred into days, her every hug feeling like a mask. Then September slammed the door wide open. We'd been arguing more, me begging for respect, her sniping back with barbs that stung deeper than traffic horns. You're too controlling, she'd snap, after weeks of her bad-mouthing me to friends online. One night, around 7:30 p.m., she announced a quick transaction. Buying and flipping a used phone at some spot called MCF. I'll be back soon, she promised, pecking my cheek. I agreed, tracking her on maps like always. 9:30 p.m. rolled around, no Mia. Maps pinged. Pasig, not MCF. My pulse thrummed as I called. Just wrapping up, she chirped, background noise fuzzy laughter. Clinking glasses? Turns out, the deal was real, but she detoured. Straight to her BFF. A single dad named Marco, no heads up, no hey, joining friends for drinks. I pieced it from her IG stories later. The one she forgot to privatize. Blurry shots of bottles and banter, her arms slung around his shoulder, time-stamped way past transaction time. She told me once, in a vulnerable moment, if you need dirt on me, just check the laptop I left at your place. Famous last words. Fury boiled over. We exploded that night, screams echoing off concrete walls, her tears mixing with my accusations. Why him? Why lie? I'd roar. It's innocent. He's like a brother, she'd counter. But her voice wavered, eyes downcast. I vented to my best friend, Alex, same sex, no drama. Over beers the next day. She's slipping away, man. Even her faithful Christian, BFF, got an earful indirectly, through mutuals whispering. But I held back the OME.TV bomb. Timing, I told myself. Strategy. Inside, I was unraveling. Chest tight, appetite gone. Every mirror reflecting a hollowed-out version of the guy who once believed in us. Me. You said MCF. Not some bar crawl with a guy you barely know. Her? It was spontaneous. God. Why do you always assume the worst? Me. Because your stories don't add up, Mia. Maps doesn't lie. Neither should you. You're paranoid. If you trusted me, this wouldn't happen. The irony burned. Trust. It was ash. But I didn't stop there. Over the next week, I dug screenshots of chats saved, app logs cross-checked, even a discreet chat with that Aussie creep. posing as a concerned friend, confirming her IG handle came from a public post she'd liked months back. Patterns emerged. Financial desperation fueling risky flirts, late-night errands masking escapes. She was unraveling too, snappier, distant. Her jasmine scent now laced with regret's sour edge. I planned in silence. Evidence compiled, mutual friends looped in subtly. The turning point? A quiet coffee shop stakeout on her next job hunt. Watching her meet Marco again, laughs too easy, touches lingering. Click. Photo evidence. Game over. Music swells to a dramatic crescendo, voice rising with empowered edge, pacing urgent and triumphant. It culminated 2 weeks later, mid-September, under a sky bruised with monsoon clouds. I'd invited her to our favorite park, the one where we picnicked early on, irony thick as the humidity. "We need to talk," I texted, voice memos ready on my phone. She arrived fidgety, sundress fluttering, eyes hopeful. "Babe, I've been thinking. Let's fix this." I sat her down on our old bench, heart hammering but resolve steel. "Mia, remember trust? Here's mine." One last shot. Pulled out the phone, screen shared. OME.TV download, Aussie chats word for word, IG stories timestamped. Marco pics zoomed on those brotherly hugs. Her face drained, olive skin paling to ghost white. Mouth agape like I'd slapped her. What? How? Stammers turned to sobs as I laid it bare. The haggling for half payments, the hello she sent chasing cash, the lies stacking like Jenga blocks. "You weren't entertaining clients, Mia. You were auctioning pieces of us." She crumpled, knees to chest, wailing. "It was stupid. Bill's pressure. I never meant." But I cut in, voice steady. "Never meant to shatter me? Or just never meant to get caught?" Mutual arrived then Alex, her BFF. A couple cousins I'd tipped off gently. Not a mob, but witnesses. Her humiliation peaked as explanations tumbled. "He's just a friend." The app was a dare. But evidence spoke louder. Marco slunk away later, blocking her after my anonymous tip about the entertainer. The Aussie? Ghosted for good. Empowerment washed over me like cool rain. Chest loosening, breaths deep. Her regret poured out in pleas. "Don't end us. I'll change." But I stood, keys to the apartment in hand. "You ended us the first hello you typed." Walked away as thunder cracked, her silhouette shrinking, a broken echo of the girl I loved. Justice? It hummed in my veins, not vicious but final. Relief followed, pure and sharp, like shedding wet clothes after a storm. Looking back, that betrayal wasn't just about her choices. It was a wake-up call to my own blind spots. Love thrives on honesty, not alibis. Today, I'm rebuilding. New job, therapy chats with Alex, even dipping into freelance coding that pays steady. Scars linger, but they remind me, you're stronger than the lies that try to bury you. If this hit you in the feels, the sting of suspicion or the rush of reclaiming your power, drop a comment below. What's the red flag you ignored once? Did it lead to your own turning point? Share, like, and subscribe for more raw tales that turn pain into purpose. We've all been there. Let's heal together. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.